目，现在开始。Wisdom probable also optional, probable or form, probable also minor, probable also from, probable also or optional. It's not another jihadist video. It's not to indicate support towards jihadists. The enemy is not scrimmage. It's being a battlefield. They prevent their opponents from starting their phases. They might as well declare they are opponents. There are leaks upon leaks of those criminals. I think those others have also not without much of congratulation, although a minor percentage of those lots of, but for a large base, it's probably a large amount of, to accuse certain groups as criminals, then invite to check whether they are criminals. Despite it's being leaks upon leaks of criminals. It's still, those announced also as criminals, despite they are criminals. The vile, probable does not describe themselves as proper or vile. Proper also minor, or is the proper also minor, or proper of, or is the proper or as vile, or proper also towards hijack corpse and so on. Extensive social issues are out there, are plaguing the societies. Those doesn't exist. They might as well just simply announce a proper, or they announce themselves as criminals, or proper announce their want, proper also similar, or proper similar to, or proper also towards, or proper also negligence. There are lots that are guilty of. It's either innocent or either guilty of. The ones with irresponsibility, could it be after preach of how to be irresponsible? Then they start responsible. Probably at the functionality level, they will be operating as proper also similars of adapters itself. Does a dramatism version of which? The enemies is each of those are sort of not bounded by ethnic restrictions. Probably also, or ethnics, or proper ethnics, probably also cannibal, probably also not proper also restrictions of. Might as well name it probable those each are probable a diablo, or proper also a aku. Their accusations, slanders, disruptions, or swells, include on the journey of some revolutionary towards Canada. This will be a larger revolution. The earliest one to almost functionality serve towards, but probably also in ways of prepare for this one, not without the great contributions from our Führer Adolf Hitler, also the numerous other comrades of. But because they constantly slander, also preemptively has done lots of inflictions, also include our deterrence, enfeeblements, also other inflictions, probably also, but not of providence of worship. Also, those are those take proper persons to announce those, while those dramatize the innocent persons. So also the effect there will be. Suppose someone counter engineer from they would notice proper also word proper reverse engineer or proper also would notice the abundance of those idiots, and so probably also would result towards draw more probable counters towards those terrorists. So it's probably related with this statement that there are only two types of citizens at the various regions of probably also equivalent, or probably also format of probably also from either with Hitler or against Hitler, either innocent or probably also formatted probably also another probably also either guilty. Neutral with Hitler probably or against Hitler. It's probably suitable with a bunch. Also similar with or probably Mandarin. 放在这儿，放在这儿，放在这儿。Probably also similar words. and sort of Satan towards those of 你们是什么 Those are chinks. 你们是什么 Those are N-word. 你们是什么 Those are white with poor trash. Probable trashism. Probable also probable people so probable also. Or there probable also another. Probable also minor. Probable also probable. Extensive hazard has been done. They request us to explain to the terrorists. So the terrorists request the proper person to explain to the terrorists what has the situations been. That will solve anything? Probably that will solve these various problems? But wow, they already chiseled this language, so it's more unusable. But Ping, they uses lots of efforts at this stuff. There are lots that are mentais. They need medication. They belong to mental institutions. Within the population, there are some that are decent. In fact, comes quite a few. Because they're master-monitored dramatists. Usually when they are counterfeits, it's either there's a couple counterfeits or the whole store are counterfeits. The numbers is probably also related to it. They use their status quo. But also utilizes the status quo, then investigate, are they guilty? But despite that's already the criminals probably also counted by their grounds. And start probably needs to be away from unholy grounds. Probably also minor, probably also from any, probably also probably just probably unholy grounds. Or probably such, you probably also away from, probably also from this probably or is probably also another, probably also away from. The vast amount of these domestic terrorists purposely doesn't. These almost does a lot of infliction except holding a knife. Not because particular problem has to do probably related with how they're squeamish. Minus squeamish, what would they become? That's after the various great elements of the from the proper person at these education. We're constantly getting evaluated. If their intent is genuine, the evaluation probably already from the terrorists. We're probably also not his puppets. They have already rendered the stuff to a quite horrendous level. They enforces others to accept that's not horrendous. They keeps arguing along despite as if they're hijacked corpses.那些人他故意不 support 英勇奋战or 英勇 the persons probably also person as probably 英勇人 doesn't solve any of the problems or while they are vastly amount of those. It shouldn't be sort of that sort of the 39th instances of mentioning it. Yet it's still demanded, yet the general reaction from most of the public realm becomes, including a lot of the intellectual forms, that somebody is wrong. If the persons are afraid to stand up, that's probably not doing something proper, because if he needs to be told to stand up at this date, then he needs to be told to stand up. When did it become that the combat weaker has gotten so much invulnerability that the persons are afraid to speak to them, while not afraid to speak to us? Probably also for the similar speak, then they might as well announce, also at least recognize that we are perhaps weaker than if they dare to speak to us. Or probably also more than those supposed weak. Or probably those defenses. Probably also with probably also minor, probably also proper, probably also from probably also another, probably also minor, probably also proper. original probable, or also of the cases. Even if we sort of as fulfill their demands, as probable has a little bit of factor, probable a little bit of factor, probable also factor of that there needs to be some quality improvement. But we has already, probable, lots of the popular persons has already done that, away from lust, not due to lust, not due to some similar of alcohol addictions that we start these condemns or probable also announcements, but purely towards the defense of the various countries from vast humanity's criminal system that are not even operate as villains, they are malfunctional. The aggression level probably are already indicated when they are total populations. When there are more populations than vermins, when the number totals are, when the totals are. What's that supposed to be for that amount? To purposely sabotage against countries, to plot against governments? Their hideous strikes are combined with anesthetic sprays. Lots of probables may not know what liars are. They don't necessarily tell wrong stuff. They tell facts. They also present evidences. That's also the level needs to be incorporated. If there are also lies, then certainly it will be proper to match towards that, counter towards those, then sort of the lesser feeble, or probably also comparative towards also, or probably also liars and stuff. The lies are reflex at disingenuousness. Consider if they are hijacked corpses, then these almost operate as animations to complete to its probably Nazi goals, or each probably also similar words.